Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is set to release on both the Nintendo Switch and on PC on June 30th. And today we're going to be checking out a couple of brand new awesome looking armors and of course some cool weapons to go alongside with, as Capcom decided to showcase two brand new weapons switch skill videos showcasing us the longsword and the lance as to what new changes they're going to have when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. This now makes 12 entirely different videos for each one of the weapons that we've seen. We're only missing two more. That would be the light bow gun and the dual blades, which presumably we're going to be getting in a couple of days. So right away, starting with the longsword, which is of course the most popular weapon in the game, we get to see that of course the hunter is wearing the brand new Luna Garen armor and the Luna Garen longsword, which I do not believe we had been able to see in the past, or if perhaps we did, it's certainly we did not get to see it up close in the way we actually get to see it now. So first and foremost, we actually do get to see the brand new Silkbind attack, which is called Harvest Moon. This one is basically landing counters within the ring will add additional hits. And you're going to quickly notice that essentially what he does is kind of puts out this perimeter ring around himself, that would be the hunter. And essentially whenever this Nargacuga kind of hits it, you'll be able to notice that it'll automatically just kind of counter it and automatically just get a whole heck of a lot of hits. A couple of big ones and then a whole chain of smaller hits that just kind of trickle off of each other. Now, counters to the longsword are not necessarily new. This is something that this weapon already makes the best use of for one of the most active weapons, melee weapons in the game. So them giving them another one is not that big of a surprise. Then they showcase the switch skill swap with the soaring kick into the Silkbind Sakura Slash, and you're going to notice that this thing is just extremely fast. Switch skill swaps when it comes to the longsword are probably going to be one of the best ones, because the weapon just kind of makes the best use of fast attacks right out of the gate. In the same way, you're also going to notice the special sheath, switch skill attack, and then right into the sacred sheath combo, which is just another extremely fast combo. So the special sheath just kind of quickly glances forward, they switch, then they do another slash, and then they quickly charge up and then just let it rip, which is again just one of those quick things that's just going to be amazing to see longsword once again dominate when it comes to damage and popularity, because of just how fast they're able to make use of the switch skill swaps, which again, we've seen other weapons kind of do that, but this one is just kind of on another level, which again is kind of like the benefit of using longswords. And that speed can never be contrasted as best as when we shift over to the lance, where we not only get to see the hunter wearing Tetranodon Master Rank armor, but we also see the Garen Golem lance to go along what side with it, which is interesting that they did that specific combination, because we've already seen Garen Golem Master Rank armor, and this is specifically not it. This is the Tetranodon one. That is the Garen Golem lance weapon, not specifically the Tetranodon. But aside from that, when it comes to the first switch skill that we do get to see, this one is called Skyward Thrust, and we basically get to see that it says, do you thrust your lance towards the heavens and pierce the earth? So you're going to notice that the hunter kind of like quickly moves itself forward a little bit and then quickly just kind of pounces directly down onto a monster in a very vertical position. And this one is going to be beneficial because they decide to showcase this one specifically with the switch skill swap. You actually get to see them do Anchor Rage, which is another one of those counter ones specifically for the lance, which again doesn't do anything because they're not being attacked. And then they switch skill swap into the Skyward Thrust, which is going to be interesting if that can actually really be comboed, because again, once you do Anchor Rage, depending on however the monster hits you, you're going to be able to do an attack. So linking those two together is going to be really interesting. What they do showcase right after one is an interesting one as well. They do a guard dash and then they switch skill swap over to a brand new switch skill called Shield Tackle. And this one does not have a description, but based on the images and the little clip that they showcase, what I'm presumably this actually does gives you invisibility frames as you're tackling and powering yourself forward through the monster, or specifically through a very specific time and space. So you get to see them actually do the switch skill swap, and then you get to see them kind of like glow blue and then tackle themselves thrust forward, and you actually get to see that with the Barrett, as the Barrett is kind of like swinging itself forward from left to right. They get to basically thrust forward with the shield and just kind of bypass the attack of the Barrett itself. So presumably this gives you some sort of invisibility frames or enough guard to be able to just kind of push through an attack without really being kind of like bounced back or being flung backwards in one way or another. Interesting. We're gonna have to wait and see just how beneficial that actually is on the damage that you take. They don't show us that, but it's just gonna be interesting to see how that actually shakes out at the end of the day. But that's about all the information that I wanted to go over with you guys today. We're gonna have 2 more weapon videos and brand new armors to be able to check out in just a few days. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.